to your mat. Find your seat, moving, settling, sinking in this powerful way, but rising up and away, bringing our hands into prayer, dropping that chin. When the eyes close, we can do a body scan. You can check in with different parts of your body, your forehead or jaw, shoulders, sitting bones. You can think about your breath, noting its quality, its volume. You can check in with your mind. How wildly are those monkeys dancing around in there? If you can, let that breath start to deepen. Follow it with curiosity and with a single pointed attention. You can think of it like an auditorium. There are all kinds of places you could sit. Choose one seat. Let it be your breath, which brings you life and centers you in your being. Taking a breath in, letting it go. Fluttering those eyes open. And we'll extend our legs nice and long. Arms come forward. Left hand is going to come to the back. Right arm reaches up and away. You can bend, you can move however you would like. Feel that shoulder. Make sure you feel safe. Sitting back up. Left arm stays forward, right arm back, and just reach back with that left arm. Moving that heart open. And sitting on up, interlace those hands and point the palms up toward the ceiling. Drop your chin. You can move a little side to side. And if you don't like your hands clasped, you can just reach one arm, then the other, twinkle those fingers, whatever. Bring your hands behind you, fingers pointing towards your hips. Plant those feet. Inhale, we lift on up. Exhale, we lower down. Push into those heels. Feel the strength of your center as you rise. And exhale, lower down. Last time, we come on up. And down we go. Come on to your hands and your knees. And start to move that spine side to side. And now turn your hands out, so a quarter turn with your hands, and keep moving side to side. You can even start to circle a little bit. There's no right or wrong here. Just let that spine loosen up. And then take puppy. Knees stay planted, arms walk forward and down we go. And I had us do that check-in in the beginning because really what's going on with yoga is this conversation between our mind, our body, and our spirit. And our language is the breath. When we breathe deeply and evenly, it's that delightful, life-giving kind of conversation. Inhale, come back to hands and knees. Those toes tuck. And we take a down dog. And while we're breathing, we're also asking the body to take these different shapes. And we want to get really curious about what the shapes are like, what they do, what and where they make us feel. Inhale and exhale. Let's step or hop to the fronts of our mats. Inhale, reach that heart. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come up to standing. Now bring your right arm forward and your left arm back as you exhale. Inhale, both arms up. Left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale and exhale. Lifting on up, bend those knees and swan dive over those legs. Reach your heart, step or hop back into plank and hold. Knees can drop if that feels better, but see if you can stay with that deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, last breath. Bring your knees wide, those toes to touch, and sit back into a child's pose. As I'm recording this, I can hear the neighbor's dog barking. And I always think about our thoughts with barking dogs. You know, that they're just, what's going on? I need to be upset. I need to be worried or focused. Nope, we can just curl up, curl in, find the goodness and the quiet inside. Last breath. Coming back to hands and knees, tucking those toes, down dog. And this is a chilled, laid back dog. Last breath. Look between your hands, the right foot will step forward, drop that back knee. Right hand comes to right thigh, left arm lifts up and circles to the back. Both hands down, lift that back knee, rising up and circle both arms, hands to the earth, down dog. I don't know about your shoulders, but when I circle my arm to the back, I can feel the compression of my nuts on my shoulders, so it feels really good. Step that left foot forward, right knee drops, left hand to left knee, right arm circles up and back. Now both hands come down, we lift that back knee and circle and balance. Hands to the earth, stepping back all the way down to the mat. Keeping our hands by our chest, tucking those elbows. Inhale, lift up into cobra. Exhale, down we go. Now we're gonna push back into child's pose. So we rise up. You might move those knees a little and make our way back into child. Inhale, rise up. Knees can move back a little. Lower yourself all the way to the mat. Hands push into the earth. Just curl that upper body. Inhale, flowing up. Exhale, down we go. Inhale up into table. Knees can scoot in a little. And sit on back. Your knees might not need to move. It just feels better to my body to make that happen. Inhale, come on up. I scoot my knees back and down we go. Inhale up into cobra and hold. Pretend you're trying to hold those ribs in place with your elbows. So we're really tucked in, chin is dropped. Last breath. Lower everything down, hands alongside the body. Float your legs, float your upper body. Breathe. Active along the back. Shoulder blades roll in to protect that spine. That opens up the heart. Down we go. Hands once again by our chest, rising up into table. Left leg will extend back behind us. We're going to take the left toes off to the left side of the mat. So off to the left, and then inhale, circle that leg up, and we tap those toes over to the right. You can look back toward that foot if you'd like. Inhale, that leg lifts up. Exhale down to the left, making a big triangle. Inhale to the peak. Exhale over to the right side. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Last time, lifting. Over to the right. Lift your head and that leg, and bring that left foot down and move your body side to side. Other side, right foot kicks back. Nice long neck. Tap your right toes off the right side of your mat. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, drop them over to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise, and down to the right, and up, down to the left, and up behind us. Lift the back of the head. We are working that low back. Right knee down, and sit back into your child's pose. Giving the body the goodness after that effort, and letting everything be long and loose. Inhale, come back to hands and knees. We'll tuck those toes. Downward dog. Lift your right leg up to the sky if you can. And exhale, step your right foot forward and drop to your left knee. Climb up on that right leg. Inhale, lift up both arms. Exhale, grab your elbows or interlace those hands and open your heart. So a lot of the action is in that heart space, but we can also drop in those sitting bones and then move our hearts backwards. Last breath. Hands come to the earth. We'll lift that back knee. Drop your back heel. Right elbow comes to right knee, or right hand to the floor. Lift that left arm up. And try and tuck your right hip under. It likes to go out to the back, so tucking it under, opening up in that heart. Last breath. Hands to the earth, stepping back, down dog. Inhale, float your left leg. That foot steps through. We drop the right knee. We rise up, lifting those arms. They can circle behind us, grabbing elbows or awkward interlace. We open. We bend into the left knee. Back of the heart moving back toward that right heel. Inhale and exhale. rise up with that back knee, right heel drops, left elbow, left knee, left hand to the floor, right arm up. Wiggle those toes. And I'm looking right at this elephant picture, and just how solid they are on the earth, and yet fierce. So there is no question about them being grounded on the earth. Last breath. Hands down, stepping back, down dog. Taking 3 breaths here. Melting at the back of your heart. So you can imagine that there's this nice coal at the back of your heart, and it's just sinking down into your muscles that can get frozen. So warming everything up. Let's step or hop to the front of the mat, and inhale, reach our hearts, and exhale, fold. Inhale, up we come. Exhale, hands to our hearts. Ground in that left foot. Inhale, float your right knee. And breathe. Stay or inhale, arms up into a V. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms down like kickstands. And bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, V. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, kickstand. And exhale, hands to your heart, and lock it out. That was weirdly challenging. Right foot grounds. Hands to your heart, lift that left knee. Focus those eyes to get nice and steady. Inhale, V your arms. Exhale, pray. Inhale, kickstand. Exhale, hands at prayer. Inhale, V. Exhale. Inhale, down. And exhale, last time up to a V. And to heart. And kickstand. And heart. And walk it out. Wonderful. Round that left foot, hands to your hips this time. Curl your right heel towards your right bum. You can lift your arms up to the sky. You can stay here, or left hand at left hip. Right hand will grab that right ankle, and you point that knee down. Left arm can float. We're not going to take dancer here. I'm more interested in opening the left shoulder and the right quad, if you have the bind. Otherwise, we're working the strength of that right hamstring. Last breath, and walk it out. Okay, right foot grounds. Lift that left knee, hands to your hips. Now you curl the left heel towards your left bum. Arms can float. Here you are, balanced and strengthening. Or you grab that left ankle, point the knee down, and lift up with that right arm. Inhale. Exhale, shoulders back. And walk it out. Turn your toes out, heels in. Bring your hands inside those thighs and drop your left shoulder toward that right knee. And exhale up. Drop that right shoulder down. And we rise over to the left and lift to the right and rise. And now sink. You can hang out here, bring your hands to the earth, or keep dropping those knees and come all the way down. Hands by your prayer, or by your heart in prayer. One breath. Bring your hands to the earth. Everybody bring your knees to the earth and sit your bum on down. The right leg will extend forward, left knee bends. If you can't bend it that deeply, you just keep it more towards your calf. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. And we start to slowly lower over that right leg. Flex the right foot. That might mean you need to back up just a little. That's okay. But what that does is that activates this whole leg to keep everything safe. Rising up, switching sides. Left leg extends, right knee bends. Inhale, lift your arms. Fold, hands plant. We drop down and in. Inhale and exhale. Coming up, soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. Inhale and exhale, fold. Good things happen when we show up for ourselves. And they don't have to be fancy, but it's when we can approach things with this centeredness, with this intention of meeting the body where it is, but then doing things that might help it open, strengthen, find balance. So all of those kinds of good things that keep our bodies fresh and grounded, centered and open. Rising up, coming onto your back. Knees bend, grab your shins, ankles, or feet. And you can rock side to side. Inhaling and exhaling. And Shavasana. Yoga is this yoking or union of breath, body, mind, and spirit. It is how we can self-care. And those times when we get the busiest, it's when self-care goes out the window the first thing. So committing to this showing up for yourself to bring it freedom, grounding, centering. I'll sign off here. Live light and do all kinds of self-care.